So how did the lesson go for you today?
It went okay, but it didn't go as well as I wanted it to go. But having reflected on their learning, it was quite a challenging learning intention, and I was pitching it at a very high level, level 5. And when the children self-assessed at the end of the lesson, they actually met the learning intention, all the groups, bar one of the groups, except for one of the groups.
And why was that?
That was because of my placement. I had a child who does have behavioural difficulties with 2 other boys, and I probably needed to deal with him in a more effective way.
So how would you do it next time?
He finds it quite challenging to work as a group. One of the children who was working on a laptop in a pair, she actually finds it really challenging to work in a group because she is slightly ASD, and therefore I'd already made allowances for that. And before a lesson, I always speak to her and say, when we're doing group work, would you be able to do this in a group, or are you going to do this individually? Today we decided to do it in a pair, and actually she achieved the learning intention. She was really successful. I think with him, next time round, I would be, if I was teaching him again, I would actually put him in a pair. I would not put him in a 3, because I think that affected it, and affected the other children's learning as well, because he wasn't contributing. And even though I went in there and intervened, he still found it quite difficult.
So is there anything else you would change, or overall were you happy with that?
I would change the plenary, because I did actually have a further quote from John, which actually looked at hope and determination, and I wanted them to actually think about that quote and actually think about what it meant to Christians. I would probably have picked up more on the 2 boys who were at the back and their learning, because actually I was really, really impressed with what they produced at the end in such a short space of time, and that actually showed me how much their learning had moved forward.
So overall, what kind of learning gone on? Good learning, satisfactory learning, better than that?
I think there was good learning for the majority of the class, apart from that small group of boys who actually identified when they had to self-assess they did not meet the learning intention.